Yeah, and this event has very nice music. Hello, hello. It is I, Ignis Eterna. Live in Denver, no. And it's suddenly that famous Panic! At the Disco concert. No. No, we are playing, or more than playing, reading Gears Frontline to Exilium. The event, the Oblivion. Yeah, we started Thursday, and yesterday I got stuck in a family gathering, and then I was too tired, like mentally tired, to continue. So today we are doing this. Yay! Give me a second. There we go. Hell yeah. So I forgot what I was going to say. Oh yeah. Before we start, where do I have this image? Oh, it's probably on. I messed up. No. How can I? How do I? Wait. Nope, I can't reach right now. Where? Or can I? Okay, give me a second. Maybe I can. I need to. Where is this? Where is this thingy? Yeah. Oh shit, I have to write all of this. The problem is that I'm using a very weird combination of things to not fuck up anything and don't dox myself. So am I right? Am I right with this? Hell yeah. Okay. Now, how do I put this image on the stream? Where's OBS? Image. Where? Oh no, I have to save this image. Ah, damn it. There we go. There we go. I just got this little cockroach today. Yay. So she's gonna be over here, looking at you, looking at all of you while I do this event. She's like, M18. So we have to start this. Did I put the tweet? Yeah, I did. Okay, let's go. Let's get into it. It's a long event, so it's probably gonna take this and another stream. So let's get going. Oh, damn it. Luckily, now that we are at full midnight, I can do my voices without being restrained by not trying to yell too much. While the neighbors are listening very close to my window, because my window is like in a corner, and the neighbor's kitchen window is like 1 meter. 1 meter. So if it's like in the middle of the day, like afternoon, like meal hours, I can hear them when they talk, and they are not talking very high, so that's a problem. But now that they are gone to their bedrooms, I can almost scream whatever I want. So let's do the thing. After showing the investigation permit to the Public Security Administration research team on site, Leva and Rovella entered the crime scene without trouble. Arriving on the second floor, Leva steps in a study-like room. The search personnel inside only glanced at them briefly before resuming their work. Leva discreetly sends Rovella a com request on level 2. Looks like Cinema already tipped off these investigators, but just in case, let's start on level 2. Yeah, the approval for the investigation request also came through very quickly. Zimmerman isn't nearly as powerless as he claims. Not really. He's still a member of the Aresa Parliament. A starved camel is still bigger than a horse. But shouldn't we first examine the first floor in detail? Several days have already passed since investigators began their work. The first floor, where the chief was killed, has already been turned upside down. We're unlikely to find anything new there. Better to start with the second floor and check the first floor later. I just requested a copy of the search report. Rovella, take a look too. Leva sends the search report to Rovella. The chief and his secretary died at the same time. Both died of asphyxiation caused by bullets piercing their lungs. The sand has only bullet holes, no bullets left behind. Asphyxiation by bullets piercing the lungs. Ro, you should be the smartest, but what's this? Asphyxiation by bullets piercing the lungs? Not by blood loss? Or anything? Unless the asphyxiation, this exact wording is a key. It's a key to unravel the mystery, or a red herring, at worst case, with no bullets left behind. So what? The sextons grabbed her finger and just punctured their lungs like bullets, or what? According to ballistics, it was a handgun. Yes, fired at close range, but struck fatally with a single bullet. I still feel I still find this really, really bad. Secretary fell into the hallway, the chief in the living room. Precise and unhesitating, looks like Sextans was ordered to silence them. By the time they were found, the bodies were badly decomposed. DNA testing confirmed their identities. Decomposed? Okay. This village is registered under the chief's relatives. Normally uninhabited. According to their testimony, the villa was purchased years ago at the chief's request. Give me a second. Can I? Oh, I can't reach the configurations here. I wanted to turn up the voice. Eh. That must be why the security forces searching for him didn't find it right away. A surveillance inside and outside the villa has been completely destroyed and overrated. Yep. Sextans was a doll after all. That's the camera surveillance hacking is like basic, like middle school, elementary school for them. The only image capturing the doll was from an aerial patrol done with a flexible route. No surprise, given this is where social elites live. Aerial surveillance is indeed hard to avoid. But if only one drone managed to capture her, all other evidence must have already been erased. Exactly, but if she still took the risk of being caught on camera to strike here, it was likely urgent. She might have left something behind. The chief deliberately concealed his ownership of the villa. He must have had his reasons. That was the villa where the chief was having his affair with the secretary, of course. And the secretary was pregnant. No, corruption. Who knows? Anyway, since we are here, let's look around. Otherwise, we'd waste Zimmerman's goodwill. Do you really believe it's goodwill? Oh, come now. I'm not as suspicious as you. I won't jump to conclusions without objective evidence. Leva casually starts flipping through the neatly stacked folders in the study. You haven't changed at all in this regard. That sounds like you think I have changed in some other regard. From the moment Griffin disbanded the structures, many of us have changed. But Leva wasn't Griffin, and you know that. True enough. Who would have thought that our perky logistics officer who used to run around everywhere would become a senior counselor in the government agency? Yep, Kalina is now Mommy Kalina. Ma'am, Mommy Kalina, for you. That's normal for humans. Their whole lives are spent changing. I suppose that's true. Leva answers absent-mindedly, while diverting processing power to catalog the documents before her. But it's not the same for dolls. Leaving 404, joining NONFA with UMP9. This doesn't feel like the UMP45 of the past. 404 was the only thing that you had left. Doesn't it? I think it's no different. Besides, we never left 404. We're just working separately for now. True, you're not officially affiliated with NONFA. But this is the first time you have been separated from 404 for so long, isn't it? That's true. Still, 404 is in the hands of my trustworthy teammates now. I miss them, but I'm not too worried. Once all this trouble is resolved, Lenna and I will kiss Nonfa goodbye and reunite with them. Well, does that ease the trouble waiting on your neural cloud? I don't understand what you mean. No, spell it out, Rovella. You have always held doubts about me. Not just about my specs, but about my loyalties. Right? I... Don't look so awkward. The fact that you brought this up makes me feel better. Honestly, if I were you, I'd be suspicious too. Hmm? Well, Leva fought beside the commander all the time in all those important missions. Long, long ago, and always with Griffin. Not like she was working with the Statesec or with DeFi. She was always Griffin's. Not Griffin's. GNK, most trusted freelancer. That's the word. So I don't think I will never doubt Leva's loyalties. Why would 404, a squad that insists on self-management, avoid taking sides and reject restrictions, agree to cooperate with a government agency? Once the cooperation is established, would be forced to give up a lot of our jobs. That's what I don't understand. The enemy is dangerous. I don't want to fight with doubts hanging over us. Actually, isn't the same for you and Soppo? House? From what I know, you and Soppo haven't really joined non-Pfizer. You're still the AR team. It just registered as PMC AR team now. PMC anti-rain. If the AR team was to survive after Griffin dissolved, we had to take another form. Hello? You don't seem to mind that I logged into you? Even if I cared, you wouldn't have stopped, would you? Besides, it's no secret. I like the interaction between these two. They are both the most intelligent dolls in the world, maybe. At least for now. Because we all know that the so-called GR Group third generation dolls are copycats of whatever Rovella does, and that was like raw 10 years ago. The now augmented non-fa IR PMC IR team, the raw, is the best of the best of the best. Rovella calmly works through the files before her, not even raising her head. She waits quietly for Leva to continue. 44 indeed has more options. Since 2065, business for 404 has only improved. More and more public and private contracts. You know what that means, right? War hidden from the light of day. Bingo! With Germany and France being absorbed into the URNC, and with the neo-Soviet Union joining as well, all sides strive to maintain friendly cooperation. Fewer shots are fired openly, but the undercurrents surge ever stronger. 44 profits from the great dispute that suddenly claims to hope for peace. Sounds like a joke, I know, but everything needs boundaries, and even the vaguest boundaries still need to be enforced. "404 walks that boundary. I don't want my teammates to be swallowed one by one by the undercurrents. The non-military force administration just happens to maintain the order I want. Our goals align." She's a softie, after all, behind all the angst and the scar and that that everything, that suit. Actually, why are you keeping your eyes closed? Your eyes closed. We all know that it's perfectly functional. Our goals align. So your true goal is still to protect 404? Of course. I'm just an ordinary second gen doll. Once my logic is right and it doesn't change easily. Protecting 404's future is my duty as its leader. Eh. Former leader. That's why I'll give Nonfa my full cooperation. Troublesome theories, they do very well. As for you, even if you doubt 404's conscience, you can trust how seriously 404 takes his contracts, can't you? Alright. Excellent. Now, as you said yourself, trust is the foundation of cooperation. Yes? Leva blinks as Rovella stills herself in preparation for the following conversation. So, Rovella, maybe you could also clear up some of my doubts. I knew you wouldn't come clean for nothing in return. Oh, come on. The AR team didn't go looking for the missing M4A1, but instead chose to assist Nonfa. Who wouldn't be curious? Well, who is saying that those two aren't related? At the mention of M4A1, Rovella answers without hesitation. Humans don't stand still. They only choose to go in different directions. Without Griffin's intel support, Nonfa was a reasonable choice. That's it? From an objective standpoint, yes. But subjectively, I want us to live more like humans, to make human choices like humans do. Ever since Persical revealed me into a third-gen doll, my base logic has been shifting constantly. It has given me more curiosity about humanity, more empathy. Empathy is a beige term for dolls. Does the rest of the AR team feel the same? Rovella sighs at Leva's question. No, even though their frames are far more unique than mine, with almost no chance of replacement if destroyed, like humans with only a single life. Yet their base logic is the same as ordinary dolls, always putting orders first. Rovella's words. Leva's hand freezes briefly. So you want them to make their own choices, like humans? Yeah, I know it's difficult, and it mostly depends on Persical's research. For now, my greatest wish is to walk into the future together with the members of the AR team. But working with Nonfa isn't exactly a peaceful job. If you worry so much about your teammates' safety, why drag Soppo into danger? From what I know, after Griffin dissolved, many dolls choose to live more ordinary lives. But what you are doing now is indifferent from the missions you undertook for Griffin, is it? My choices may seem illogical to you, but it's not the same for me. I no longer fight just for the sake of fighting. My life and my teammates' lives are no longer bound to only call frames and code. This much is clear to me. An ordinary second gen doll like me can have to understand. You have an August base. Don't act like you don't know. Perhaps. But at least our goals don't conflict. Leva walks over to Rovella and extends her hand. For now, we both work for Nonfa. You and Soppo are my teammates, just like 404. You're my people. I hope we can cooperate smoothly. Team basic is something weird odd, shaking hands out of nowhere. Who cares? We're dolls. Staring at Leva's stretched hand, Rovella hesitates briefly, then finally clasps it. Phew. Now let's talk business. Found anything? Nothing. Just copies of Odessa construction contracts and filling materials. Low confidentiality, and most are already public. This look useless. Kalin sent the wrong person. Soppo should be the one looking for evidence. Oh? I think you already spotted the problem. Construction sites? Eh? Most contracts these days use biometric verification and online signatures, with electronic backups stored. But here the chief has paper copies kept outside the secure archive. Doesn't that strike you as odd? Mokashi was like strange odd. In Japanese, in Nihongo. If this is an improper storage of confidential documents, then it's deliberate. Did the chief have this stored in print here on purpose? That's a fair assumption. Paper is fragile, but with careful handling, it's harder to trace than digital records. Considering the electronic traps we encountered before, the chief must have anticipated this. He was cautious, but unfortunately... Look, these contracts and records are all related to Odessa's recent construction in green zones and purification zones, but they share another common link. Girard Group. Bingo! Considering the chief's covert operation with known to investigate Girard's illegal armed forces, this villa might have been his secret base for storing the investigation results and contacting his collaborators. No wonder he hid ownership of this villa. Besides, look here. Leva hands a stack of reports to Rovella. These are the public facility maintenance costs in Odessa in recent years. The costs are so high this year. Right, I graphed it out. It's not just this year. Costs have been soaring steadily, but in spite of all the contracts, Odessa's development has actually slowed. That's Girard's real aim. They cozy up the government with upfront generosity, offering cheap tech and resources, then use public opinion to put their executives into the parliament, gaining more legitimacy. At the same time, they have full access to all information regarding Odessa construction projects, which enables them to tighten their political and economic control on Odessa, and hike maintenance costs by exploiting their patents. That way, they reap profits far exceeding what normal business could achieve. That's why this stream is called Mindless Politics. Politicary. And all of this is driven by Girard's chairman, legislator Rurik. A brilliant entrepreneur, or should I say strategist. Data shows Girard currently holds over 50% of the construction projects in Odessa and surrounding satellite cities. If Girard acts with malice, they could easily cripple most urban functions of the city clusters into Odessa white and green zones, and even start a purification project nearby. No wonder the chief feared them and launched a secret probe. Not only that, it's as Girard regaining chief for administrative control. After all, if they hold administrative control, they can waive their own patent fees. They will even be shouldering the construction projects out of corporate responsibility. Girard has become a cancer clinging to Odessa's bones. Without paying those patent fees, most infrastructure would need costly refits. There's no way the Odessa Oblast government can afford such cost. Certain Oblast government backed by an external force, such as the URNC, shows hard opposition to the Girard Group or rejects their bid for control outright. Public opinion would shatter Odessa's hard-earned and fragile peace. Not enough time has passed for Odessa's people to forget that they once belonged to the neo-Soviet Union, which used to be fully independent. The Girard Group is forcing the Oblast government's hand. Too bad it's still just conjectures on our part. We lack proof that their maintenance codes are false. But shouldn't government projects also be checked by someone else other than the GR group? That's what bothered me. Normally, anti-monopoly measures would prevent GR from taking on so many construction projects. I'm afraid there must be hidden interest chains. Perhaps the chief saw the signs, which is why he was killed. We can't be sure yet. That is the only thing in the room we haven't checked yet. Leva cast a glance at the chief's laptop at his desk. On the desk. I looked. It's encrypted. Should I crack it now? Yes, please. You can handle it, right? There are plenty of people here. It's best if one of us keep watch. No problem. Yeah, onegai ne. Ro! So cute as always. The encryption is fairly tricky, but I can handle it by myself. Leva, how are things on your side? Don't worry, everything is fine. How's Starden? Yeah, sadly I don't have Ro. Not yet! Not yet, but... It's close, it's very very close. It's less than 3 weeks. So in those 3 weeks I should have at least 100 pulls. Just for Raw. Well, 100 direct pulls and some more from the Doritos. I have 230 or 40 around that from Doritos. The encryption is quite complex. It will take some time. Things are going smoothly enough. We have time. Just as Rovella prepares to crack the code, footsteps and harsh voices sound outside the door. The volume isn't high, but the tone is sharp. The chief's data are all confidential. How dare you allow outsiders inside? None has officially taken over the case. Miss Kalina's request to search the site is hardly unreasonable. Hardly unreasonable? I'll deal with them. Deal with you. Such a samper. The whispering match shows one is legislator Zimmerman. The other is not in the database. Looks like our new friend is here to make trouble. Rovella, post your work on the chief's laptop and notify Kalin. Keep the level 2 comms link open and wait for my orders. Understood. Roiling Undertown. Of course. It's such a small damage. Such a little bit of damage. Achieve victory when within 8 turns. Extreme decryption learned beneath the enemy's gaze. Leva swiftly exits level 2. She turns to the doorway and positions herself in front of the desk. Right at that moment, a well-dressed, middle-aged man strides in with Zimmerman hurrying behind. The investigators in the room recognize the newcomer and immediately stop, snapping to salute. There's no need for such ceremony. Please return to your work. Saying this, Zimmerman hurriedly steps between the middle-aged man and Leva. Come, let me make introductions. These two are Counselor Kalina's subordinates, tactical dolls Leva and Rovella. And this is Legislator Rurik, currently serving in the Parliament of Odessa Oblast. I'm honored to finally meet you, Mr. Rurik. Your reputation and that of the GR group precede you. Ignoring Leva completely, Rurik turns and snaps angrily at the personnel present. Who allowed you to let unauthorized outsiders inside? Arrest them at once! The search personnel, who had just breathed a sigh of relief, now glanced nervously between the three parties. If the Oblast government's confidential documents are leaked, can you afford the consequences? Understood! Under Rurik pressure, the search personnel moved to surround Leva and Rovela. We hold an Oblast-approved investigation permit from Odessa. That hardly makes us outsiders, does it? Mr. Rurik, could there be some sort of misunderstanding? Misunderstanding? That's right. It was thanks to Mr. Zimmerman's coordination that we were able to obtain the permit so quickly. Isn't that right, Mr. Zimmerman? Leva presents the permit to Rurik. He barely glances at it before glaring hard at Zimmerman. Yes, I asked the relevant departments to accelerate the approval process. Zimmerman's tone is calm, but a thin sheen of sweat is visible on his forehead. I authorized you to assist NONFA in investigating the chief's death and the illegal armed forces behind it. When did I allow you to help them steal government secrets? Miss Karina and her subordinates are simply following regular investigation procedures and participating in the on-site search. No theft of documents is involved. No theft? They are investigating the case, and yet they skip searching to the first floor where the incident occurred, coming straight to the second floor study. But also stunning differs from humans. Perhaps they can find clues from another angle to help us catch the chief's murder sooner. Your reasoning sounds like as in like theirs. Doesn't the government confidentiality levels are for show? Rurik raised his voices, turning his vicious gaze back. These two dolls have already come into contact with high-level classified Oblast secrets. They must be arrested at once and their nerve purged. Restrain them and bring them back to the Public Security Administration. Mr. Rurik, does Public Security Administration belong to the year group too? At least not openly. Colin told us not to trigger a conflict. We'll have to find a chance to skedaddle. Make sure not to actually injure anyone, especially those two honorable legislators. Just as Leva and Rovela take up defensive stances, hurried footsteps sound outside once more. Leva, Rovela, how is your investigation go? Mr. Zimmerman, what's going on? And this must be Mr. Rurik. Almost everyone present breathes a sigh of relief upon Kalina's arrival. So Rurik brow furrows is tighter still. Miss Karina, why are you here? I finished work early today, so I thought I'd come by. We were in close contact with the chief before his death. He might well have been murdered because of that. I wanted to personally oversee my subordinate's work and assist your side in finding the culprit quickly. Are the two of you here for the same reason? Yes, today was meant to be a regular Odessa Parliament meeting, but because of the chief's case, many proposals couldn't proceed. Mr. Rurik, deeply concerned and always respectful of the chief, suggested we come to the site. But what do we find? Your subordinates attempted to steal confidential Oblast documents, Madam Counselor. Stealing secrets? Leva, what's going on? We're only following procedures and searching the site, but the legislator seems convinced of our guilt. He's all ready to drag us back to PSA and purge our nether clouds. Is that so? Legislators, as you see, my subordinates are dull. Their command authorization rests with me, and they are acting on my orders. Do you mean to say I ordered them to steal secrets? Kalina's tone is calm, her expression gentle, but her words land with weight. Defamation! She stands before Rurik resolutely, showing no sign of backing down. Rurik, who has been staring at the dolls, now shifts his gaze to her. Zimmerman hastily stuffs his handkerchief back into his pocket and steps forward. Miss Karina, on my honor and my family's, this is all a misunderstanding. Yes, I believe you, and I believe Mr. Rurik as well. Since it's a misunderstanding, it must be resolved quickly, so that the Odessa Oblast government and NONFA don't suffer further any unpleasantness. All the better then. Leva, explain your actions carefully to the legislators. Could the investigators also come closer and verify her account? So here's the deal. Actually, at Kalina's prompt, Leva steps forward to explain. The search personnel, with Rorik's tacit consent, also draw near. Meanwhile, a quiet message is sent through the level 2 comms link. Rovella, get to work! Crack the laptop now! Copy everything! On it! Yep! Ro doing her best while Leo distracts them. Oh, that sly fox. Oh, that beautiful sly fox. Do I have range? No. Huh. Anyways. Boop. Yeah, I'm here for reading the story, not for doing the other, the heroic mode. I would do it on my own. So, yeah. Clank. Clank. 100% copy complete. We have all the chief data from his computer. Nicely done. Leva winks at Kalina, who instantly understands. Legislators, based on Leva's accounts and the corroboration of the research personnel, after entering the room, my subordinates merely looked at a few contracts on the desk. While some were confidential, they were of a low classification level, and since we hold a search warrant, this counts only as a minor infraction. I apologize for reviewing the documents without prior authorization. I'll further regulate their behavior. Could the two of you overlook it this time? That will be acceptable. No. Confidential means confidential, whether high or low level. Project's details cannot be compromised. What they saw must be erased. I understand your concern. It was our mistake to begin with. But since Mr. Rodig emphasized procedure, then we must follow procedure. What do you mean? The Parliament of Odessa Oblast does not hold punitive authority. Moreover, my subordinates belong to NONFA. NONFA and Teresa government are equal partners. Even if the neural cloud records must be purged, it should be NONFA's own specialized institution executing it, with results shared with your side. As for the time of execution, NONFA has a detailed contingency plan. Normally, the process takes 2 months. Of course, we'll urge said institution to expedite the procedure at every stage. Once approval is granted, we'll promptly inform you of the execution date and location. If you are interested, Mr. Rorik, you may apply through official channels to supervise. Until then, should any leaks occur, NONFA will cooperate fully with the investigation. We have no reason to take the risk, and I don't have time to wait for your approvals. You needn't wait personally. If you're pressed for time, you can send a subordinate to supervise. Rurik glares at Kalina, the tension in the room near breaking. Cinnamon inhales deeply and steps between them again. Alright. What matters now is investigating the chief's death and the illegal armed forces, isn't it? Mr. Rurik, don't you have other weighty manners to attend to yourself? Focusing on such trifles is only wasting your time, isn't it? If you still don't trust them, since I'm hosting Kalina, Miss Kalina, I'll go supervise myself. Very well. Rurik nods slowly, his face is still dark. He barks out an order to the search personnel, though his eyes never leave Kalina. Since the chief's villa contains some Oblast confidential documents, effective immediately, only public security administration search staff can remain. Everyone else leaves until the documents are secured, and only then does the investigation resume. Understood. Understood. Madam Councilor, I have other matters to attend to, so I'll take my leave. Don't need to trouble yourself. No, please don't trouble yourself. Mr. Zimmerman, escort Counselor Kalina and her subordinates back to their hotel safely. Do your job well. Leave the lady with a good impression. Without waiting for Zimmerman's reply, Legislator Rory gives Kalina a perfunctory nod and marches off. Zimmerman once again pulls out his handkerchief, dabbing sweat from his forehead. He forces a strained smile at Kalina. Mr. Rory has always been strict. With the Iraq group bid for administrative control rejected and the chief's sudden death, he's under a great deal of pressure lately. His words may sound harsh, but please don't take offense. Not at all. We're all just following procedure. Good. I'll arrange a driver to take you back. You'll be notified once the documents here are moved and the site is reopened. Very well, thank you. And we already have the copies. We have the copies. Leva's group takes their leave of Zimmerman and returns to their room. Lenna and Soppo hurry to greet them. Leva, are you alright? Zimmerman's secretary messages us. I was so scared. And Kali would level it Soppo on me come along. See, we're fine. If Kali had led you to come, it really would have turned into an incident. Yep. 9 is still more impulsive and less what's the word? Quick of tongue to say to hold the negotiations the way that Leva does. Leva ruffles Lenna's hair affectionately. I was worried about you, Leva. Good. No wonder you got here so quickly, Kalina. Yes, thanks to Zimmerman. When things looked wrong, he immediately alerted me after leaving the Oblast government building. Zimmerman looks weak and reluctant to show his stance against Gerard openly, but he certainly acts behind the scenes. But with all this effort to curry favor from us, does he truly just want to find the chief's killer and rout out the illegal armed forces? At least for now, his interests align with ours. True, a politician without ambition would be a stranger still. And what a coincidence, just as we obtained approval to investigate, it really happened to walk in. It wasn't a coincidence. Right, even with the chief dead, a campaigning legislator has no reason to suddenly visit the site. From our intel, the chief and legislator really were at odds. Deeply concerned and always respectful of the chief. What a joke. Leva, you mean our movements were leaked? Rurik knew exactly that Robel and I went straight to the second floor. He has likely planted eyes among the search staff. Maybe we were being watched from the moment that we filed the request. Maybe even earlier. Remember 2 days ago, when we contacted the commander? Someone forged the agreed upon code, lured the Elmo into the yellow zone, and ambushed the commander. So in the end, it all turned out fine. Leva only shrugs, giving no further comment. That's the racing event, right? That's the post rescuing Helena from the underground laboratory. Ah. The Oblast government's internal relations are still murky. Everyone must act with extra caution. Robela, anything unusual in the chief's files you copied? Within what's visible, there are only very few documents. Nothing seems out of the ordinary. Aside from a handful of official files, the chief's computer held almost nothing else. He must have habitually cleared data from it. But judging from the hard drive storage space, it should hold more. I have also saved the hidden files, cache and fragments just in case. There may be clues there. Good. To be safe, Let's have a specialist analyze them. I'll file a repair request with Leibniz within the week. Soppo, get ready. Eh? Me? I getting repaired? I'm fine. I can gun down a squad of zombies dinner gates with one burst. But in 2 days, you'll accidentally suffer a little damage. There's gonna be an ambush OP in 2 days? That's what this means? Yahoo! Is it either droid, or sextants, or Darcher? Murder Dog is as happy as always. Revela! I'll turn these guys into trophies and display them in my room. I kind of want to laugh, but... Leva, am I also like this in your eyes? Soppo, Karina wants you to personally deliver the copied data to Leibniz. Gerard has a strong electronic warfare capability. Even our encrypted network might not be safe. Solid state transfer is more secure. Oh. Soppo, fired up just a moment ago, immediately drops. Although Tevila's content sat for days without being moved, Rorik was likely only seizing the chance to interfere with our investigation again. But since the Gerard group has to resort to killing the chief, he must have known something. We cannot miss a single lead. Soppo, you're the most mobile. Escort duty falls to you. Set off once the request is submitted. Alright, leave it to me. So, probably, like after AK-15, after the Scar Sisters, probably between M16 and Soppo, they are the strongest just in physical capabilities. And that information change. It's 1 o'clock. Yeah. Tipo Oblivion. Secret order. Oh, okay. Later. Story 18. I need to get some water. Because it's hot as hell. And I need water. Yo, I'm back. So, we have been streaming for an hour. So, oh, wait a second. Okay, it's fine. Two weeks later, so much. Why? The voice of a news broadcast echoes in the room. Leva leans by the window, her gaze following the aerial cameras flying across the sky, finally settling on the live footage projected onto a giant screen above the distant commercial street. My! What a lively scene. Just a few days ago, they were mourning the chief, denouncing the illegal armed groups, and now poll results from the first survey are already out, along with the confirmed schedule and rules of the election. The UNC central government demands the interim chief election be kept simple, shortening both the process and duration. The duration sure is shortened, but the scale, nothing simple about it. Legislator Rurik's campaign speech today looks more like a pre-WW3 World War III superstar concert. Wow, there must be 10,000 people down there. This only happens with Rurik, right? The other candidates have given speeches too, but none with that kind of spectacle. Silverman's speech didn't even get a live news broadcast. It was just streamed online. The news only gave him a few passing shots before moving on. And judging by the first poll results, Silverman really is in a good position. The late chief's conservative, steady political line doesn't seem very appealing to the people of Odessa. Yeah, he really needs to up his game. If he starts out trailing badly, then all those unattached swing votes won't go to him later either. A full broadcast for the speech, then a follow-up interview too. Odessa might as well just hang the next chief sign around Rory's neck. That will make a simple election. Mr. Rurik, just now in your speech you mentioned that since you entered politics, the Iraq group has not only supported Odessa's development, but also formed close cooperation with the UNC in many fields. Could you expand on that? Of course, but first I need to correct one part of your phrasing, ma'am. As everyone knows, since the joint development agreement was issued, Odessa was designated a white zone city. Supporting Odessa's development is, in itself, part of cooperating with the UNC. In recent years, the Iraq group has focused on identifying the problem we encountered during Odessa's development and turning them into workable plans, which has helped advance the purification project the UNC is pushing forward. Currently, the purification vehicles we help manufacture are already deployed across Odessa and the surrounding administrative regions. Everyone must have seen plenty of them in the news. Yes, right behind me, not far away, is a factory established by the Iraq group, with many purification vehicles assembled and waiting to be shipped. So then, regarding to the future of the Iraq group, do you have any news you can share? I'm afraid not. Several projects are in planning, but not at the stage for public release. However, the Iraq group has already poured most of its liquid capital into the early phases of such business, which means, very soon, there will be a new stock issuance. There's certainly good news for the residents of Odessa. This will surely have wide ramifications on the secondary market. Mr. Rurik, isn't it risky to reveal this information in advance? The Iraq group is indeed a large commercial conglomerate, but the funds we collect through the stock market comes from the residents themselves, and when we invest them into research and urban development, they directly benefit the residents too. We never forget, Gerard started as a small factory here in Odessa, and it was thanks to the support of Odessa people that we reached today's success. So, on behalf of the Iraq group, I say thank you. You have said nothing. You have said literally nothing. Staring at Rurik's smiling face on TV, Lenna turns her head away with displeasure. It's on, empty tag, blah blah blah. Kalin, how estás watching this? Shoganai desune. Kalina turns the TV off with a chuckle. The interview was obviously scripted. What else? Would they not mention anything about illegal armed groups attack on you, Miss Kalin? That's all news already. The turmoil didn't even leave a scratch on Girard. The only fact was a tiny dip on the stock price. Just a tiny dip, nothing that could affect their market value. Still, a dip is a dip. Ordinary people buy rising stocks, not falling ones. Is this really a good time for Girard to issue new shares? Most likely they'll be bought up in no time. Exactly, the dip was erased as soon as the interim chief election was announced. Girard's stock has been selling for days. With news of a new issuance now, no retail investor or institution would pass up such a golden opportunity. So will you sit and watch them profit after doing all these bad things? That's so frustrating, Leva! After the last turmoil with illegal droids and ODE-01, the Girard group has already raised their gut to the maximum. There are fewer and fewer cracks. To bring them down, we need to wait for the right time and gather enough evidence. Kalin, what about Leibniz analysis? I see you scheduled a video conference with her today. Nothing escapes you. Good timing too, it's about to start. Let's all take part in the call. Kalina glances at her terminal. Looks like Leibniz is already in. She projects the video feed. Soppo's nose fills the screen in an exaggerated close-up. Leibniz, nice camera! Did you enhance the resolution? That's a big doggo. Hey, don't mess with that! If you break it, I won't be able to video call Presegaria tonight. Stop licking her ass. What's the big deal? Every time you video call, you just ramble on why Persica is sitting asleep and working on new tech. She never shows her face anyway. You might as well just talk to her via audio call. It's normal for a genius like Persica to be busy with to chat on video calls, but I must show her proper respect and make her schedule daily call. She's hopeless. She's simping too much. Why are you all frozen? Am I lagging? Well, I just upgraded my bandwidth 2 days ago. No, it's us. The sign no longer ends, it's not very stable. It's fine now. Let's get to business. Okay, I'll keep it short. The copied files you sent contain no anomalies. I checked every visible and hidden file. No suspicious fields. I see. However, aside from those files, the copy also included some redundant data. That's normal, but I processed it just to be safe. So that's why you asked for more time. Did you find something? Yes. Some of the recovered data turned out to be system logs. Operations the chief performed on his email account. I traced them to the server with the credentials you gave me. Although most of the records on the server had already been scrapped, I managed to recover a few emails by combining them with the local redundancies. Most are just normal government documents, but one contains only a string of characters. Again? Another string? Yes, but this one isn't encrypted. It clearly looks like a set of coordinates plus a constant string. The real catch, though, is the recipient. Who is it? Leibniz stares at Kalina for 2 seconds. Looks like you really don't know. It's you, Kalina. Your name is in the recipient field. I confirmed the account with Kruger's. With Kruger. It's yours. Me? Kalina quickly checks her mailbox in surprise. I never received that email. Because it was never successfully sent. It got blocked by signal interference. Could be chance, could be deliberate interception. Unless you can get me the hardware, I can tell for sure. The chief personal computer is still under Oblast control. Then that's the end of the trail. Once control lifts, any traces will be gone. Anyway, I'll say that it is to you. It goes beyond my expertise. She sent Kalina a message with an image attached. I steal from a surveillance video in an empty lab. But at the bottom edge, the tip of a pointed ear is visible. Is this Persica? Yes? They made this screenshot during yesterday's call, saying Pertica falling asleep from the exhaustion, giving no excuse to slack off. I'm sure you could use the same encouragement. What? Kalina smiles wryly and cracks up the brightness of the photo. How the characters emerge from the shadows. I'll treasure the picture. Thanks. Wow, that was... interesting, at least, because if it's characters on a JPG, or a PNG, it's you can at least put information on a PNG in the right in the code of the PNG without it needing to be like codified or anything. But that's vulnerable. Probably the JPG. You can also do the same. Well, not exactly the same, but similar. But if you write information like in an image and just barely visible, only some human with assistance, human eyes or doll eyes can see it. And if it's decodified, it can be if someone gets the image code and doesn't open the archive, just saying, yeah, that's Persica's ear on the bottom of the image. There's nothing else in this image. Let's analyze the code. You won't see that there's a message there because it's like obscurities on the image. That's clever. At least to counter some electronic warfare. I'll treasure this picture. Thanks. It might be very simple for normal humans, but in this kind of fights, especially when the connection is probably tampered, or they are listening to connection, it's a smart way to use it without giving them much evidence. It's just work. I still have a meeting with the researchers later, so I have to go. Soppo's maintenance is completed too. He's ready to return at any time. Let me quickly sign off. Soppo, that's it for today's call. Stay on standby and wait to be recalled. Okay. I just checked those coordinates. It's a light rail station in Satellite City of the 22. But the constant string afterward exceeds the number of platforms. Another platform then. Employee ID maybe? The station staff and patrol droids have alphanumeric IDs based on the city and station name. Doesn't fit either. What else at the station is purely numeric? Timetable? Service number? No, doesn't match. Surely it can be floor tiles. Could it be a locker? It is fleeted. 0114773. So maybe locker 11, password 5773. That's very possible. I checked the chief travel record. He did visit OD22 a few days before his death for an administrative rights inspection. While it's plausible, it's suspicious as hell. A light rail locker isn't safe. Well, the chief really leaves something there for his calling. He had better ways to find information now. Unless he realized he was already under surveillance and had no time for safer options. Sadly, he can't answer us anymore. So, what now? Do we follow this? Honestly, I'd avoid that we just happened to recover an email meant for Kalina through sheer dumb luck. The discussion stalls. Kalina thinks for a moment, then comes to a decision. We'll keep looking into this. Even if it's a trap, it's our only lead. We'll lose our only chance once the Gira group sees real power in Odessa. Of course, I'll also use Nova channels to look for other openings. But will Rorik let us leave? He's probably planted eyes all around us. Leaving Odessa through normal means will be hard. Leva, you three leave tomorrow morning. Avoid surveillance, take the car through the green zones and head for OD22. I have Soppo join you en route. However, I know, once I take the white zone, the illegal armed groups will be on us again. But if we take the light rail openly, not only will our destination be exposed, the Oblast government will also bury us in all sorts of bureaucratic nonsense and probably assign us tails. Yes, there are unknown dangers ahead, so be extra careful. Stay in contact. I'll remain here, helping as best as I can. We're counting on you for backup, Kalin. Sitting at his desk, Rorik connects to a comms link. Congratulations, legislator. A landslide lead on the first poll. Who else could they pick besides me? Sure, man, that useless clown. Looks like congratulations are due in advance, Chief Rorik. You contacted me just to flap your lips? Of course not. Those non-fathers are on the move again. According to Major Fedia, they vanished 2 mornings ago. They are sharp and didn't take the rail. But with Heli's help, I swept the Oblast surveillance feeds. A few clips caught them. The destination seems to be OD22. OD22? Indeed, so the chief still managed to sneak his message out under alert guard. Surely a remarkable man. And still a corpse. Sexton butchered it. Couldn't even finish a single job. A simple job. Rorik's expression darkens, though he doesn't seem very surprised. Heh, Sexton was indeed incompetent. She's already been punished accordingly. You better watch yourself too. If your ender hadn't been late, the chief wouldn't have time to nearly tip off that counselor. I wouldn't have needed to have him killed. Or move the data center during this critical period. Remember this, Trigen Doll's tech is still being refined. The more you expose your flaws, the sooner you'll be obsolete. Cocoon's voice falters under the rebuke. That was my oversight. I had already ordered armed automatons to intercept them. Shame that Arthur's last frame was lost on the mission. The new one still needs fine-tuning. Otherwise, she'd be perfect for this. You have cleaned up Arthur's records? Yes. As per your order, they have been dealt with it long ago. No matter who investigates, how deep they dig, there's no way they can link Darcher to the Year's group anymore. I even made her show some distinctive changes and obsolete affairs trail. By now, the other side should be fixated on Darcher's ownership transfer. Good. And don't chase those too hard. If they actually reach their destination, all the better. Oh? So you already planned ahead? Should I regale the automatons then? No, maintain the illusion of a full sweep. And remember, no more sleeps up. Substance under Girard got turned to scrap. The same can happen to you under such haven. Understood. Do your job and keep such Favan people in line. Keep funding my campaign and I may just throw them a bone after I win. Substance have been ordered to be destroyed. I have recently submitted a request to have you transferred back under Girard. You don't want to stay stuck in electronic warfare forever, do you? Of course not. I eagerly await the day I return to your side. Good. Anything else? My failure reports that the searches of Girard HQ are over. He didn't find anything, did he? No. Thankfully, we relocated the data center in time, thanks to your warning. Otherwise, we'd have lost a useful ally. Keep him in the dark, especially about the chief. We still need his help. Also, tell him that Gerard internal checks found a batch of automata that, for certain reasons, were never registered after production. There are ones that registered into security system this week. Have him arrange it. Yes, sir. Pity he couldn't be called in time to track no fast dolls this time. Would have saved you the trouble. Still... Cocoon hesitates briefly. When you rushed to the villa, you didn't let me monitor the chief's network. Were you letting them search on purpose? None of our people wants to pursue the investigation, so it's better to go on the offense. Need my help? Yes, I'll assign you tasks later. This is the critical stage of the election. We took greater risk for the opportunity Heli created. Those dolls must not ruin it. So, in whose side is Heli? Because Heli is just Dandelion's subordinate. Once the election ends, Odessa will be their grave. Patrollers! As the ODE-22 checkpoint slowly comes into view, Lenna, sitting in the passenger seat, leans back into the chair with a sigh of relief. Yeah, finally here. Leva, those armed droids shouldn't dare come after us again, right? If the PSA spots them, they'll be in trouble too. Not fighting anymore? I hadn't had enough fun. Soppo straightens up in the back seat, glancing at the spoil spill in the trunk. The ID code for the checkpoint is ready. Good work. If we pass smoothly, we shall be in the clear. The jeep drives steadily into OD-22 city limit and get caught in traffic. Leva, you're right. After the checkpoint, it's being much smoother. Are we heading straight to the light rail station now? Yes. Haven't Rovella modified the ID code? We are now inside the satellite city surveillance zone. The Rennie managed to occasionally track us in the suburban roads. Spotting us in OD-22 will be easy. We need to move quickly. Got it! According to the navigation, we'll reach the target in half an hour. But with traffic this heavy, we should multiply the time by 1.5. Understood! Soppo, your combat performance is the strongest. Once we arrive, if a fight breaks out, you and Lenna handle fire support. I'll provide electronic warfare cover and Rovella will search for the locker. If our guess is wrong, we'll retreat immediately. Yokai! No problem. Got it. Weirdo. Why is it suddenly all jammed up? It's not even rush hour. Lenna sticks her head out the window, squinting towards the front of the traffic. An accident? Doesn't look like it. Eh? What is that? Suddenly getting a clear view, Lenna ducks back inside. Leva! There are tons of security patrol droids stopping traffic up ahead. Some are even checking cars one by one. A routine road inspection. That's too much of a coincidence. What do we do? The cars are stuck. We can turn back now. So? We finally get to play with government droids? Don't make a scene just yet. Cooperate with the inspection and play by ear. The jeep slowly rolls forward with a line of cars until the patrol droid direction. Leva brings it to a stop. A small patrol unit rolls up to the window, its camera flashing a green signal as it scans each of the dolls inside. Leva? What's it doing? It's an ID check. Unlike satellite city residents, we don't have recognition chips. The system will scan and matches against the government database to find unique codes. The patrol's unit camera swirls intermittently, its scanning time already longer than usual. Leva quietly signals with her hand. The dolls softly tighten their grips on their sidearms. As expected, the green signal switches to red. The patrol unit blares a harsh alarm. The surrounding droids immediately switch into combat mode, pushing through the congested vehicles to surround them. Everyone, out! Don't get bogged down. Break through the encirclement. White. And it's supposedly that Kalina and Nonfa are the ones playing the biggest spheres, having more authority, and we're still doing like hands-on espionage. Enemies approaching. Prepare to break through them. Prepare to break through them. Lenna, how are you doing? Everything's fine. I'm approaching the objective. Good one. Leva, I reached the objective. Give me a tactical overview of your surroundings. I'll be giving you directions. Got it. Tactical overview sent. I'm ready to go. Ro! Hurt things on your end, Rovela. I have reached the combat zone, ready to break through the security robot's cordon. I know Soppo. She. Well. Rich. Where? The one on top. It should get paralyzed so we can run. No! Not paralyzed, he's dead. Damn. Okay. That's fine. Mm-hmm. Beep, 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 beep. Once the Blaring Patrol droids move off, the dolls hidden away in an alleyway finally let out a sigh of relief. Soppo leans against the wall sulkily. There's no end to this. It's getting on my nerves, and you guys keep holding me back. I don't get it. Why are you holding me back against the droids that have gone roach? You haven't gone roach. More likely, we have been flagged as dangerous units. Eh? No way. We didn't even do anything. Maybe it's a problem with the ID code, but there's no time to check. We need to move to safety fast. So what now? Luckily, Kalin set up a temporary safe house beforehand. It was meant for observing the light rail station, but now it have to be our shelter. Is it far from here? It's not too close. We need to cross the city, and odds are we'll run into patrols again. The pursuit is no coincidence. For the sake of future deniability, don't do anything beyond self-defense until we know the cause. Soppo, you heard that? Alright, alright! Another stage. Where can I reach? Wait, what? I can... Can I? Okay, as long as I can see it, I can reach this. I probably just keep it here. We can reach that. No range, too far. Yeah. A patroller unit and a security. Can I just hit him with a hand? No, I can hit the one on top. I can kill this one. Yay. Yay! And evacuate everyone. Mossing is slow as hell, so. You can do this faster. Oh, I forgot to change Aldori for someone else. No. $122. The punch. No, not the punch. The punch is the. It's the special one with the S3. Now that we have the mod key at level 2 with Ultrid, I can do all of this. Can I? I don't even need to evacuate. That could have been easier, honestly. And another one, they are searching for us with everything they have. Evacuate everyone. Patroller. Set the barricades. Nice. Sadly, GFL1 and 2 gameplay is not my forte, so it's not that I'm bad at it, it's just that I love like 1,000% more the story than the gameplay. And I hope that the gameplay of this, of Exilium, was going to be something interesting like XCOM, but sadly no. The dolls shake off the pursuit and slip into a temporary safe house near the target light rail station. Lenna and Soppo keep watch at the doors and windows, while Rovella silently observes the patrol deployment around the station. I see. I'll wait for your update. Leva cuts off her call with Kalina and joins Rovella. Well, was it the ID code? The code is still valid, but the four of us are not marked as dangerous in the government security database. How come? We didn't even have this issue in the last satellite cities. The official explanation is that yesterday the database was updated with some newly sized illegal automatons. During the update, some error must have occurred. Newly sized? Just in the past few days? Yeah. They say the Jira group did a self-audit after the PSA inspection, found some oversights and voluntarily reported them. Isn't that ridiculous? They suddenly turn over a new leaf now? Impossible, the timing is way too neat. They definitely tampered with the update. Exactly. Kallen has already requested a correction, but they won't let it go so easily. How can the UNC cyber defense be this weak? Here's the chief was impersonated and now the database is corrupted. Hell is in some deep shit right now. If she's that inoperant, she needs a spanking by Dande. Lenna watches the street pulls the bolt of her gun back in irritation. Replacing the chief for comms could still be explained by superior electronic warfare, but the security system isn't Heli fully in charge of that. Even the Legion, with full control of Fogas, can only override parts of Heli permission for a short while. Could someone know Heli better than Dandelion does? If that's the case, I'll must feel relieved. Eh? You suspect Heli? Leva shakes her head. I wouldn't go that far, but if this attack did come from inside the UNC, our trouble is only just the beginning. But if your group to manage just an Oblast legislator in Odessa, are they really that capable? Depends on whether Girard is acting alone. Since when have they been infiltrating the UNC? We can only take it slowly. Hopefully, it's just my pessimism talking. But since the patrols know our location, could the target itself already be a trap? That's what worries me. But according to Kallen, our dangerous flag applies oblast-wide. The attacks we have faced so far have been irregular. Most likely they don't know the exact goal. They're just sweeping for us and impeding our movements. Rovella, what did you find in the station patrols? Permanent automaton count is normal, weapon loadouts too. But there are extra mobile units patrolling the station and nearby streets. Looks like they were ordered to search for us. If I remember correctly, patrols are fully networked. If one finds us, the whole city will know instantly, right? Yes, especially since we just clashed with them. It will be impossible to explain ourselves if we get caught now. So we can fight or we can hide. Once they finish checking streets and public spaces, they probably go building by building. So we contact Kalina again? Maybe Nova can help. I already updated her. But the UNC itself is compromised. We should limit comms with her too. Satellite cities are unlike Odessa White Zone. Non-fast reach is weaker here. It will already be scrapped by the time aid arrives. Meep meep. The vibration breaks silence. The dolls instantly stiffen. Soppo steers near the door. It's fine, just mail. Check out timing. What is it? Just a routine government rhyme there. I won't leave no fast supplies. purchase list. Kalyan has been too busy. I've been handling these approvals for half a year. But Leva opens the system interface, carefully checks the list, then presses approve. Oh! Wait! Do I know of this? Just like Suomi's... It was Suomi's? Or was... Yeah! I know of this! It was Klukai's motorcycle or something, right? She looks at... Or maybe Springfield. I don't remember. I have already seen this. The same modus operandi. She looks out the window again, her eyes fixed on the street below, a back alley. At midnight, the last shops close. The owner directs the workers on unloading crates of goods for tomorrow. A smile slowly spreads across Leva's face. Soppo, Lenna, Rovella, come with me. Where are we going, Your Highness? How much do we have left? 17! Holy hell! Where are we? Only LS14. I think we should leave at least at 10 or 11. The iron gate of the warehouse rises slowly. A large truck drives in. The driver is steering with practice at ease before killing the engine. Bam! The cab door slams shut. Deft fingers enter a code sequence on the keypad, and the truck's cargo lock clicks open. The doors slowly parting. The dim warehouse lights carve a clean line across the dark interior. Well, it wasn't what I was thinking. The line widens, crouching and hiding, ready all along. Lenna springs forward. In a few abandoned steps, she reaches the cargo doors, stamping the ground hard. Hey! Oh no. It really was what I was thinking about. Hey! What? Lenna tackles the driver to the ground. The two roll 3 full turns before stopping. Haven't seen you in so long, Michty. I miss you so much. She rubs her cheek against the other's face with giddy affection. There. What? That's not met you. The petite driver pats Lenna gently in resonance. If you keep pinning her down like that, her defense protocols might kick in, you know. Levan and 2 other dolls slip down from the truck as well. If Mechi was driving, then it's not Mechi. It's not Ray that was Mechi. It's been ages since we returned to 404. Even if you're not the real Mechi, seeing the same frame feels nostalgic. Yep. Seeing this, Lenna bends down and helps the Mechi she knocked over back up. It feels weird. Shivers on my spine. Thank you so much for your help. This is terribly undignified of me. Eh? Mechi briskly dusts off her maid uniform, then whips a compact mirror from her pocket. She carefully adjusts her headpiece, clasps her hands before her, and bows with plain formality. It must have been a long and arduous journey. The boss has already arrived and is waiting for you all in the lab next door. This place is perfectly secure. Please, follow me. Wait. What's Deer doing? What was Deer doing during Aphelion? No, 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 no. Okay, okay, okay. Dear came in contact with Elmo in the end of. Well, not the end. In Racy's event. After that event, Racy's event, Dear got in contact with Elmo. And then he said something about keep doing missions? Something like that? But he probably is. Yeah, this is after. So this is after. Uh, or at least parallel to Aphelion. At least the last part. But it has been 2 weeks. I need to make the timeline. I need to add more details to my timeline. But yeah, it should be like races, event, Aphelion happening, and contact with Deer from races event that was exactly parallel with Aphelion. Those should be like before this event, or at least parallel at the first part of the event. Mechi strides slightly toward the door. Lenna stares at the ribbon moving on the door's back in mild confusion. Mechi leads the group to the lab. Boss, I brought him over. Huh, good work, GRG11. You're Yuki Kaiji, right? I remember your voice. Too much Grand Blue Fantasy, but I remember your voice. Or, no, not Yuki Kaiji. Ono Yuki. Right? Ah, no. Oh no, Fukuyama Yun. Well. Yeah. Then I messed up. Anyways. Good work, GRG11. You call her G11? Dude. No trouble at all. I go make some coffee. Please make yourselves at home. GRG11 bows again and slips out of the room unobtrusively. Leva can't stop glancing after her. Dear, where did you dig up that frame of GRG11? I thought you declared a few years ago that in honor of Mechi uniqueness, you scrapped all the GRG11 units you built as a kid. Not to mention, this one's personality is way off from the real deal. It's a long story. After you lot went and changed their names one by one, I gave the matter some thought. It's true, as neural clouds grow, you thus become more independent beings, much like humans. Technically, the neural cloud and the frame are separate, but conceptually, I'm becoming more inclined to consider them a single unified entity. If I kept insisting on separating the two, I'd be behind the times. Disrespectful to you, even. So I scrapped the year 11 that I beat in my childhood back then. Well, look at you. Matured a bit. Huh? Matured a bit, huh? So the one who just picked us up was... Yes, as I put all that effort in as a kid to build the frame, it felt wasteful to destroy it outright. I staged it in a warehouse instead. He was blushing. You lolicon. I was worried that we wouldn't put up, but turns out my craftsmanship was reliable enough even back in the days. Right, enough of that. You moved faster than I thought. I thought it would take at least another 2 days for you to link up with me. How did you find out? The approval process got pushed forward by 5 days from its usual end of month, and the supplier list had vendors I'd never seen before. Yep. On top of that, I spotted a truck unloading nearby with its logo. And the driver looks familiar. That's too much coincidence, no? Only you would catch such obscure clues. Yeah, just as I got a sharp nose when it comes to Sandwich Ferry. Leva clocked it right away. But dear, how do you know where we were? Colin couldn't have told you right in case he was bugged. There was more than one truck. That's right, my family's supermarket chain has a warehouse here in OD22, so multiple trucks wouldn't look out of place. Wait, isn't your family in the new energy business? That's the more well-known part of the business now, but we started with supermarkets. The old folks wanted our in-house products to get some UNC ties. They submitted a bit 6 months ago, but nothing came out of it. Until now, when it's suddenly got up to. So to you, she had got much to brag about for her year-end board report. Turns out you got some business acumen, eh? Would I have guessed? She handles most of the work, but I can just love her out completely and be useless trust fund baby, you know. Pa-pa-pa-pam! Yep, that's a dig. Fair enough. But if there were multiple trucks, doesn't that mean there could be more GRG-11s? Don't be ridiculous, there's only this one frame. Took me ages to dig it out. The other cloth is just some random civilian doll software slotted in. And the other trucks? I rigged a few civilian dolls from the supermarket with a sleeve collar and wigs. Whether you spotted them depended entirely on your intuition. Asking dolls to have intuition is a tall order, don't you think? Good thing we got lucky. Exactly. I happen to be hitting on the 22 for partnership talks, and the old warehouse also happens to be close by. If not, I couldn't have come to your rescue this fast. No matter what strings Kalina promised to pull for my family business. So they are also playing the politics game. Being lucky is also a kind of skill. By the way, Colin never had time to explain everything to me. What happened and what do you need me to do? Someone fill me in. I'll do it. So, here's the thing. Leva briefed here on the events and the current predicament. Oh, something with UNC security. Impressive. Right? But I bet you won't lose to them, will you, dear? I'd love a chance to... Wait, what are you planning? Oi, mate. Dear eyes Leva warily, taking a step back. Our biggest obstacle is the altered clearance system. From Carling Stone, fixing it officially will take time. So, can you help us hack into the UNC security system to give them a hand? You call that giving a hand? That's a crime! And if they targeted you on purpose, I guarantee your codes are locked down. They won't be easy to restore. What about creating new IDs for us? Yeah, now I can hear Jun Fukuyama's voice. This is the old Shinra that I love. That's even more outrageous. And it's a unique certification tied to each unit, used by the UNC backend protocol. You have to hack the backend itself to add, delete, or else anything. Ooh, not the backend. That's not like moving a camera or two or hijacking a battle droid. Exactly, which is why we need you. The small stuff we can handle. Even if it's technically possible, the trace risk is huge. Even I couldn't possibly cover all my tracks. My family finally managed to secure a business deal with the UNC government. If I go too far, Sierra and my folks would hand me over themselves, saving the PSA the trouble. Yeah, but I remember here being based like that. Then it's tricky. If we just go charging in, we'll be arrested. When they question us about our movements, you'll be implicated too, dear. You photo for dolls, honestly. One sleeps, one plays dumb, one threatens violence, and now you want to throw me into jail. Then think harder. The only one who can save yourself from jail is you. What do you expect me to do? Deer slumps into a chair. Leva files silently, clearly running simulations for alternatives. If it's just the contents of the locker that you need, I could send a civilian doll. Same result, right? While it isn't very likely, there is still a chance that this lead is a trap. It's risky for a civilian doll to handle this on her own. You'll be exposed if she's caught. Dear, you said you can tamper with cameras and control patrol droids? Yes, but only very briefly. Maybe 20 seconds before correction. Maybe less. What can you do in 20 seconds? Plenty. Eh? I've started station defenses. There's only 1 or 2 human staff. The patrol droids handle security. So all we need is chaos among the droids. Controlling a couple of droids won't achieve much though. Especially not within such a short time. Besides, what would I even make them do? Kick over a trash can? It's a light rail station we're talking about. I can have them shoot. Throw them to the light rail. But if they think they have spotted us, that's different. Oh, that's clever, Ravela. I get it. Huh? I don't. No, you're gonna send a poor civilian dolls to their doom. Me neither. Leva, stop being cryptic. With so few personnel, they'll have to rely heavily on the cameras to track us. It's not realistic to expect Deer to manipulate the station's surveillance system, and patrol droids based on our real-time movements. But if he tweaked the mapping within what the cameras see and the droid's ID system, the station will suddenly be full of us. Oh, that was better than risking a bait doll. Conflicting alarms everywhere, chaos ensues. And in chaos, we find our chance. That could work. When our processing speed is limited, I might not create enough confusion. That's why you have me? With Leva's help. Yeah, maybe. Or maybe I should stay. As the Lion said, the unit's security system ties closely to ours. I know the August protocols better. True, but this mission needs real-time command across multiple units. The combat capacity is lower at bottleneck coordination. All things considered, I should stay behind. I may be less familiar with the August protocol than you, but my electronic warfare skills haven't gone rusty over all these years. Robert, I think it's true. When she arrives at the same conclusion as Leva, she nods. Right. The action is set for rush hour tomorrow morning. More people means more cover, and even if we are spotted, it will be easier to escape. Everyone good? Soppo? Leva glances at Soppo, who's scrutinizing a food processing machine diagram on the screen. What? No problem. Making trouble is my specialty. Plan sounds good to me too. Whatever you say, Lenna. Leva. I have no objections either, but there's still one wildcard we haven't factored in. You mean Girard's illegal armor automatons? Yes, we can predict their numbers or weapons. If they appear, hacking alone won't stop them. Then, we're taking it out. If you open fire, you'll hit civilians. Rush hour means a much higher risk. But rush hour is your best chance. Any other time, The chance of success drops by at least 45%. 45? Success isn't everything. Eh? Rebela's right. Leva cuts off Lenna. Leva. Rebela's point is, while we should prioritize the success of the mission, if you cause another public disaster on the scale of the incident on ODE 01, the Jedi group could exploit it again to tie up no fact, right? Rebella doesn't deny it, but she says nothing. Leva ignores the silence and pats Len on the shoulder. And like Deer said, if the chief just stashed something in the locker, and Jared doesn't even know about it, we might not need gunfire to succeed. Oh, that's what Rebella meant. I misunderstood. Sorry. I misunderstood. Sorry. It's fine. Then let's work on the final preparation plan. Based on our previous discussion, we might need some backup contingencies. We... $24 out of 69. What are we? 9. It's 9, 5, and 110. So it's probably gonna be at least half an hour. Minimum half an hour between these two. Maximum another hour between the... If we reach LA 11. Oh, hell. And these last are probably more charged with fights. So it's gonna be 10, 11, 12. And then a cliff, then a story. And fight. And 1-7. So let's leave this at a cliffhanger. So 1-9 and 1-5. If 1-5 is not a cliffhanger and it's just like what was it? Just the story. Like it doesn't important. At least the ending. Like just driving the story into LA 110. Then we'll play the level 10. But now it looks like Patrol Supervisor is the elite. The needs are hot, man. The light radio station alarm blares during the morning rush hour. Lenna whips quickly through the chaotic crowd, while Leva dispatch orders keep coming through the level 2 comms. Leva, I see a patrol squad up ahead. Estimated encounter in 1 minute. Keep your course. Dad and I will deal with them. Soppo, the patrol droids on your right are under our control. Move now. 6 illegal armored droids are closing in from both the southeast and southwest station entrances. Prioritize them. Don't let them enter. Got it! Lenna takes a deep breath and charges straight toward the patrol squad ahead. Just as their cameras are about to capture her, the patrol automaton suddenly blare alarms and rush at a civilian doll 3 meters away, surrounding her. Alarm clear! Leva, alarms at the target location! Enemy surveillance is still under control. Dad and I will keep the patrol droids busy. Watch yourself. Wait, weren't the 45 rounds like very, very small? Like, not hollow points, but close. I mean, handgun, SMG. These are like rifle ammunitions. What? Confirming battle readiness and done. Leva, how are things on your side? We got a big guy here. This might take a while. Ooh. And he has a mustache and a hat. Just hang on, we'll be there soon. Are you okay? Huh. And if I poop? Okay. What about this? Perfect. Mitsuketa. One turret here. And one turret there. There we go. Boom. And you are the only one left, buddy. With Leva's cover, Lenna closes in on the target locker. Here it is, Leva! Good, we'll lose the nearby surveillance cameras in 10 seconds. That's plenty of time. Lenna, if... Don't worry, Leva, I believe in you. Lenna's keys in the code quickly. 4773, confirm! With a crisp click, the locker door pops open. 5 subsurface gold are stacked neatly inside. Oh, so much money! For Lenna can examine it, patrol automatons that have already regained the controls around her in a circle. Lenna rests her gun at them, but after seeing these numbers, she immediately lowers her weapon to the ground and lifts her hands. The circle tightens. One of the station's PSA officers runs toward her, while the others stay back and directs the automatons to block passengers from boarding via radio. Lenna glances at the surveillance camera, then turns towards the approaching officer. But her eyes drift past him, resting instead on the departing train and the Mechti on board. Oh! Oh! That's clever. Yeah, because they can't go anywhere. So Mechti is the one... well, quote-unquote Mechti is the one handling the information. Rorik Fist slams the desk with a dull thud. Cocoon remains unmoved by his side, watching demurely. What do you mean there's only Sardis gold? Impossible! Ooh! Hello there! The PSA officers have searched the locker and the surrounding area thoroughly. They checked the surveillance footage. The locker does contain only Sardis gold. But the dolls? The only one caught is the T-doll named Lenna. She's already en route back to Odessa. The other 3 are currently missing. Missing? That means they escaped, doesn't it? I useless trash, all of you! Please, sir, calm yourself. So the contract of the illegal transaction is gone. I have prepared witnesses as you requested. That constable lady must still cooperate with the investigation. Her dolls, too, are now listed as suspect of illegal trade by the Odessa Oblast government and are high priority targets. I risked everything to make Heli alter the database, not just to trap them for 10 days or so. It's a pity enough I couldn't be completely pushed out this time. I questioned the informant at the station. He swears both the Sardis gold and the contract were in the locker this morning. But they are seasoned tactical dolls, after all. It isn't entirely impossible for them to calculate the worst case scenario on the spot and figure out a way to take out the contract. Excuses! And what about you? You couldn't ever stop them from hacking the station security system? Forgive me. I did strengthen the system's correction efficiency, but I didn't expect them to abandon the attempt at full control and instead exploit flaws in the security design to evade capture. As this heli had already altered the IDs in the database, I allocated more processing power to remotely commanding the illegal armed automatons. Imbecile. I understand your anger, but you have already destroyed the chief's message. And if they keep pursuing the matter, nothing will come of it. I will use this time to eliminate any left-out risk. Fine. As for those witnesses, once they have done their job, you know what to do. Yes. With Cocoon's utting words, Rurik's expression is slightly. I opposed grouping you under such Favan from the start. That conglomerate is as cheap as its name. Vulgar upstarts who think money can buy them anything. And you? What are you then? With Girard's wealth, of course you don't need their funds. But it allowed Sech Favan into the sub-tier of their cooperation with Paradius. After all, none of the core families want their own hands dirty too much. Even so, they don't deserve two Sergeant gold dolls. Indeed, after Sexton was executed for failing her mission, Girard officially only holds the Archer. Officially? If we're speaking officially, even the Archer isn't Girard's anymore. But what does officially even matter? Quite right. You alone hold the core technology for Sergeant dolls. Without Girard, the horoscope program could never advance. Horoscope? Rurik soaks in Cocoon's flattery, though his face stayed dark. Those two useless nimwits. One rashly struck at the brat of the Cloud family, bungling an assassination and leaving none for leverage. The other failed interception after interception. All this time, that Paradius test subject is still in the bounty hunter's hands. You need not worry. Paradius handover and the recovery of the subjects are not fully managed by Sech Favan. It will erase every trace of Girard's involvement. You only need to focus on your campaign and then lead Girard's infiltration of Odessa while refining the Sergeant dolls. Only? It tell me to improve the performance of Sergeant dolls while strictly capping production. Now your order is here just as emergency support. If you are having one capable combat doll, none would have scored at the station. Apologies for the disappointment, sir. Enough. Are the calibrations on the Archer still not complete? Her narrow clock was damaged during combat against the Elmo crew and the Yellow Sun. The calibrations will take some time. Still, in this critical campaign period, perhaps it's best for the dolls to lie low. When you return, the Sech Favan and the sponsorship dues are up next quarter. If not, there's no guarantee they'll get to keep you of loose fear. I remind the representative promptly. The dolls return to the Earth's company. Soppo, heavily damaged, is sent for repairs. Leva's closed her inbox with a sigh. What a headache. Even though we extracted the contract in time, they had witness ready. Now for you should notice. Now Lenna and the three of us are listed as those suspected of illegal trade. The Odessa Oblast government lacks proof to go directly after Karin, but as our superior, she has been called to cooperate with the investigation. Thinking back, maybe Rurik intentionally let us copy the laptop hard drive at the villa. He looks hot-tempered, but he's calculating. I underestimated him. For Lenna and Kalina, they barely shook off the forged ID accusation, and now they have been dragged into this. Isn't this one of your contingency plans? Who are you? My, don't say such things. My, don't say such cold things with misty face. Rovella, surely you can understand the urgency of that moment. If the Odessa Oblast government had gotten their hands on the contract, Nampa's senior counselor will be nailed for illegal trading. Not only will chasing Girard be impossible, No fast influence levels will plummet. Ro. So the instant you saw Kalina's name on the contract, you activated the contingency and sacrificed Lenna? I thought no matter who you gave up, you will never endanger her. Ro is right now just throwing knives. Throwing absolute zero knives. Leva freezes for a second, then smiles again. Originally, I was hoping you could just sleep out quietly with the contract in GRG11's frame. Otherwise, I would have kept hacking the cameras on patrol droids. And even if you had found the weighted alarm, you still had no choice but to take the contract, right? So I could only draw out of security attention to Lenna and let you escape with it. Leva, have you reached the point where you sacrifice anyone for the vision? You said it was for protecting 44, but now you got Lenna out so easily. Why? Before, even if it meant a firefight in the station, you'd always protect your teammates first. Opening fire at the shower would hurt more civilians. I thought we agreed on that. We managed to avoid causing heavy casualties this time only because the droids were restricted from using lethal force, and Soppo succeeded in intercepting the illegal armored droids. That was exactly what you feared yesterday, wasn't it? I know it was the logical choice, but if you know, then stop agonizing over it. We can just let Kalina be arrested, Non-Fabio ousted, and Rurik become the interim chief uncontested. I was still wearing a smile, but it seems a little strained. She gets her neural cloud to calm down a little. Still, I'm sure Lenna will be glad to know that you are so worried about her. I just want my friends to be safe. Relax, you got the contract out. With Kruger's skills, Lenna, Kalina, and Non-Fa will be fine. Really? Otherwise, this commotion we caused wouldn't be confined to internal Non-Fa notice. Instead, it would have been in the headline in tonight's Odessa news. Even if Lenna has to suffer this time, I weighed the pros and cons. After all, rational judgment is every adult's advantage. Ravil ignores Leva's pointed words and changes the subject. While we did manage to dodge Jar's trap, the lead is gone. Whatever the chief left is destroyed now. We risked so much and got nothing. Not necessarily. What? All thanks to your effort, Rovella. Leva hands her device to GRG11. This is the photo I took of the logger? Bingo! Lucky you sniped it. I just processed the image. What's so special about it? GRG11 stares at the zoomed image. The inside of the old logger is rusty, smudgy, and littered with scraps of cheap ads from small vendors. Since you're more interested in humans than me, you must know the saying, the most dangerous place is the safest. You can't possibly mean here. I checked the ads. One of the URLs linked to somewhere pretty interesting. Leva opens a webpage. Land deed? A draft deed, to be exact. No signatories, but the plot location is right in red here. Right there. ODE04. You want to check it out? Yes. A draft deed hiding among ads is suspicious, don't you think? I already questioned the logger security. Maybe the chief used this as a backup channel to raise the odds of success. Since we can return to Odessa anytime soon, and Kalina can issue any commands or send us any information, we may as well chase this lead instead of idling. According to my calculations, the probability of this leading to anything is low. Oh, so now you're crunching probabilities like any other doll? I never say that I don't run calculations. I just choose different strategies. And what's your choice this time, Rovella? We should go. You know, the odds of the AR team making it to this very day were even smaller. I want to hug Rovella, but I have to wait almost 3 weeks. Hehe, dear just message. Some reverse are done. You can step back to your own frame now. Or have you run attached to the GRG11's frame? GRG11 shoots Leva a silent glance, then heads for the repair room. She hesitates, but before walking through the door, she remarks earnestly, "The inner gate was better." Wow! Wow! That's cold! That's cold! That's really, really cold! Really? Poor G11. Poor Metru. Well, we should leave that here, right? So for the plans, I will try to do another stream of Deep Oblivion Part 1 Wednesday. If nothing abrupt happens and fucks me over. And in Monday we should do Trials of Navigation of Navigator in Arnice, the IS special. So that's it. Thank you for coming, thank you for watching, and I hope you come back next time. Thank you so much and goodbye.